going to upcycle this bad boy. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And it's already got this really lovely, you know, typical pink that you think of when you think of breast cancer awareness. I am going to use ink on it, and I'm going to use a couple of my stencils, but that's where I need your help. So I have pulled some different stencils. These are transfer, self-adhesive, silkscreen, reusable transfer stencils, okay? So I need your help because I need to decide what I'm going to put on here. I believe that for this side, I'm just going to put a W on here for my last name, okay, White. I'm going to put a W on here, I think, for this, because I don't know that I'm not sure if it needs anything on here or not, but I think we're just going to put a W on that side. We'll see. We'll see. I do have like minis that I could put on here too, some other designs, but right now I'm not sure. Thank you for sprinkling, Linda. But on the other side, there's nothing, you guys. So I definitely need to pick something to put on there. And that's where I need your help. So if you guys will answer in comments, it would just help me so much. I would really, really, really appreciate it. So I have 3 that I have chosen. I'm really thinking, so I'll show you all 3 and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. And I want your feedback though. Okay, so this is one. Oh, let's get it right side. And it's in this, I apologize, you're gonna get a glare. Inspire and Imagine, okay? So those are 2 different ones, 2 different fonts, and I really like those. My thought is perhaps I would put the W on here, okay? I might not even do it up and down. I might do it like on an angle just because I can. Hey, Tabitha, thanks for joining me, friend. And I'm thinking I might put these guys like over on the side. Maybe, what do you guys think? I mean, I know it's a lot, but I'm like that. I'm like that. I'm not less is more. I'm not one of those less is more. I'm more is more. More is better. So what do you guys think about that? Putting the W and then Inspire and Imagine on there. What do you guys think? I mean, I think that works for any kind of whatever I put in here. Whether I use it for work, whether I use it for fun, just in general. That's what I want to do. I want to inspire you to be creative or try something creative. And I love to imagine different projects. So I don't know, that kind of addresses it. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Yes or no on that side? Now for the other side is where I really, really need your help. The blank canvas. The blank canvas bag. I have 2 different transfers to choose from, and I cannot decide which one to do. So this is the first one that I really, really thought of, because I thought of, you know, with breast cancer, we think of people who come through breast cancer. Thank you, Tabitha, for saying yes. I got 1 thumbs up. Come on, girls, let me know. It fits me to a T. Oh, thank you, Linda. That's my friend. Okay, you're all my friends, but she's my girlfriend, my close friend. Okay, so this is the other one I was thinking of. You know, when we think of breast cancer, or anybody fighting any kind of cancer, how strong they have to be, how strong they are, how strong they have to be. And I just thought, you know what, this is an oldie but a goodie. I've had this for a long time. It's not even available anymore. It's a retired transfer. It's from 2021. But I mean, that is a really great saying. That's one that I could put on this side. But then the other one that I had is this one. This is just kind of, this is a little out there. So I have always loved French. I took French in high school. I really kind of thought maybe I would become an interpreter. That's kind of what I thought about doing after graduating high school. Didn't happen, but I've always loved French. So I even when I homeschooled my daughter, I taught her French. I just love the language, and I'm totally rusty, but I still love it. And I'm hoping that in my older age that I will brush up on it, because I know at some point I may need to take a trip to France or somewhere that they speak French. So I love French. That being said, this little phrase is a French phrase. I love the swallows. They look like swallows to me. And I love the phrase. And what it says is, I am a free spirit. Je suis un esprit libre. So I'm a free spirit. And do not judge me on my pronunciation or accent, because I am not great at it. 2 out of practice. So that's the 2 that I was thinking about for this side. I need you guys to help me pick which one should I put on this, okay? So should I put the French one or the strong? French or strong on this side? So I think I've already got 2 votes for this on the other side. I think everybody's going along with me. And I'll be honest with you guys, that's not my favorite font in the world, but it was one that we had. It's an old one. It was a monogram that we had from a long time ago. It's not quite swirly enough for me, but I don't know. I might even be able to like jazz it up a little bit. You like the strong one too, Tabitha? That's kind of what I was thinking. And I'll just tell you guys a little backstory, just a small one. I know I already told you stories, told you about what I was doing, told you about what I'm getting ready to do, told you about my life, but we're friends here, right? Anyway, let me tell you a little backstory. So my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, a stage 4 breast cancer, and she had had a mammogram in October. She went in January about something else. Save the French for my trip. Okay, thanks. I've got 2 strongs. Okay, girls, you win. By the way, I already have a sweatshirt with that on it, just so you know. I have used it. I actually did 2 sweatshirts with it. One for a friend or not a friend, one from one of my nieces and one for me. So I agree. I think this is perfect for here. My mom was diagnosed with a stage. She had gone in October for her mammogram. This is why it's so important, you guys. Check yourself. Check. Get your mammograms. Do your self-exams, all the things that you're supposed to do to try to ward off breast cancer, because it's no joke. But guys, it doesn't have to be a death sentence anymore. I have a step-sister-in-law that was diagnosed with breast cancer while she was pregnant with her second child, and he is my son's age. He's a few months younger, but my son's age. So 19 years ago, 20 years ago, and she was diagnosed while she was pregnant. And of course, they wanted her to abort the child so she could get treatment. She did not abort the child, and she did get treatment, and she is still going today, and she is healthy, and she is strong, and so is her son. And it is not but catch it. You got to catch it early. So my mom went in October for a mammogram, and it was fine. It came back completely fine, no problems. My mom was not a big busted woman. She had 6 kids, nursed all of them, you know, all the things. But she was not a large busted woman. She didn't have, as far as I know, she did not have any breast cancer in her history, you know, in her line. As far as I know, in our lineage on her side, we never did. So she went in January for a checkup for another reason, because she had been really working hard on losing some weight. And when she did, she noticed, like, up here, it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed unusual. Something didn't seem right up here. So she went and got checked in January, and come to find out, she had stage 4 breast cancer. It did not show up on the mammogram because it was a protein-based, and it was a more of a surface type breast. It was weird. I don't even know the name of it, and I have it all written down, but it's one of those things that I just don't want to think about. So anyway, they said it's stage 4. And luckily where she lived and with the healthcare that she was under, they hit it fast and hard. And they saved my mom's life, and she didn't even have to have a mammogram. They didn't want to do that first because it was already stage 4. So they hit it with the big guns, and it nearly took her out. But my mom was a strong woman, and she fought, and she beat it. And she was so relieved because she's got 4 daughters and lots of granddaughters. I've not done the count lately. Lots of granddaughters. And she was worried that it was something that would be passed on hereditary. But with the protein base, it is not a hereditary type cancer. So she was so relieved at that. My mom was a counselor, a Christian counselor, and she worked all through her chemo treatment, her cancer treatment, losing her hair. The only time she wore a wig was when she went to counsel people and help them. And her patients didn't even know she had cancer. And it almost took her out. The treatment almost took her out, but it did not. And she was able to beat it. And they were able to give her a medication to keep. She had she still had cancer in her body, but she didn't have to have a mammogram or anything, which was a relief to her. She was so happy about that. Or not a mammogram, a mastectomy. So, you know, catch it early. So, of course, breast cancer is near and dear to my heart. Any kind of cancer is. I've had a niece who at 15 went through ovarian cancer. You guys, it doesn't matter your age. It's not a respecter of person. So make sure you keep an eye on your health and check on yourself and keep up with stuff. Okay? That's my little preaching for tonight. Okay? But anyway, so I think you have to be strong. If you're not strong, even in mind, even if your body isn't as strong, if your mind can stay strong, then you know what? You can beat it. You can beat it. You can beat it. Just get the help you need. Anyway, we're going to get going on this because I also want to show you guys the tassel maker. So these are the 2 colors of pink that I have. This is more of a coral. As you can see, this is like a bubblegum pink that I got on here. Hot pink, Barbie pink, whatever you want to call it. This is more of a coral, so it's a lighter pink. And then this is a berry, so it's a little bit darker, right? So they're a little bit different. So neither one of them are necessarily the same color as the pink on here. So I need you guys to help me decide. Do I do all of it in the same color and maybe go with the darker one so that it doesn't clash? Because I don't necessarily feel like that goes together when you see those 2 colors. They don't really I don't know if you guys can tell. They don't exactly go together that well. But these are the 2 color inks I have. And I'm going to ink this and heat set it. I'm not going to heat set it with you guys tonight, but I am going to ink it so it'll be permanent. But I don't know if you can tell. It's not exactly the same color. This has got maybe a little more orange. You know, when I say coral, it's got a little more orange undertones to it, whereas this isn't. So what do you guys think? Should I do, I'm just not thinking, I'm not feeling that one for, you know, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that one. So I think we're going to go with the berry. But do you guys think I should do all of the words in the berry, do you think? Or should I throw another color in there? I mean, I can. I can actually throw in this beautiful teal. Let me grab it. Just because I love teal. I could just do like the words, the W and teal, and I could do the words imagine and inspire in the berry. What do you guys think of that? Do you like that? Okay, and then just to kind of skip forward and tell you what else we're going to be doing. Again, if you're on take 5 watching me, thanks for joining me, guys. I cannot see you guys because of the way I had to share out, but I will go back and answer any questions afterwards. And please go ahead and comment and let me know what you think. This is the yarn. I thought I had more pink yarn, but I do not. This is the only yarn I could find that I had pink on hand. So this is what we're going to use to make our tassel. Just so you know, that's what that is for. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry. I'm still fighting this cold. Still got a little bit of phlegm. Mucus. Look, I even have a pink drink for you guys. Anyway, when we're using a transfer on a fabric, the first thing I need to do is get a, ink mat to put inside, just in case. Now I have this, it has this lining in here, but just in case, I am going to put this ink mat in here to, you know what, I'm not going to use the ink mat because I don't need it to stay still. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it moving around, but I am going to grab a piece of cardboard. Hopefully I have a big one. I'm going to grab a piece of cardboard and stick it in there to protect my, just in case it goes through the 2 layers. I don't think it will because it's a canvas, but we'll try it. So I'm going to do one side, and I'm not seeing any comments, so I think we're going to go with, with this one. On this side, we're going to do it in the berry. The other side, I'm going to do both colors. Does that sound all right with y'all? Now, I am just putting this in here to protect it. Like I said, hopefully it won't go through the canvas but if it does, it'll be protected and I don't have to worry about it getting all over the inside. But when you're using a transfer, they're sticky, they're self-adhesive. We want to, okay, my son just texted me. We want it to be sticky because we want a really good contact. So when we do that, we do not fuzz it. We don't try to make it less sticky. We just take it right off of the backer sheet and we place it on our surface so that we get the best contact possible. And I'm going to flip it around for a minute, you guys, so I can line it up good. I'm going to use this as my, I'm going to use that as my base. I'm going to try to get it in. Yes, it never fails. He's going to probably call back because he'll think, oh, I got cut off. It never fails. I don't tell him when I'm going live, and he's traveling. So he's probably like, oh, I'll call her. He probably just finished supper, and he's going to call me. I didn't tell him I was going live. Anyway, I'm going to find where I'm going to place it. That looks good to me, and I am going to smooth it down. Because I don't want any bumps. I don't want anything, any gaps. I want a really good image. So we're going to do this one, then I'm going to dry it and flip it over because my ink will take a little while to cure and I don't want it to get messed up. So when you are working with ink as well, make sure you have something for your hands. Okay, make sure you have something. I always have a baby wipe for my hands in case I get it on me because you don't want to get ink anywhere else. It will stain it. But we're going to do this and then we're going to do a fun little tassel just to give it a little bit something extra. I'm just going to do a plain tassel. I'm not going to do like a bag tag this time. Right now. Anyway, I may add one later. Who knows? I can, but I don't know if I will or not. Gosh, you guys. I thought it looked completely straight until I turned it upside down. Does that happen to you? And now I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's straight or not. All right, let's try that again. So guys, tell me how your day was. It was a very, very cloudy day all day today. I woke up with a headache. I thought, oh, it's going to rain. And it didn't. I don't think it ever did, but it really looked like it wanted to. And then it got dark so early, you guys. It felt, because it was cloudy. Oh, it got dark so early. I hate that. All right, we're going to use this color. It's called Current Jam. I called it berry, but it's Current Jam. We have a berry that's more of a purple. And I am actually even going to use a beautiful bright pink. This is called a squeegee. This is the tool we use to apply it. Cold and rainy. Well, it wasn't really cold here. I think it was in the mid 70s, but it was very cloudy. So you got cold and rainy in Louisiana. Wow. All right, guys, let's get to it. This is going to not take long at all. Watch. So you can upcycle anything you have. Any of our transfers. Some people call them stencils. I call them transfers. You can call it transfer stencil. You call it whatever you want. I don't care. But you can use any of them with ink or chalk paste or etching cream. I actually, this weekend, I etched a beer mug for a friend across the street who was having a birthday, a 60th birthday party. And he loves it. Hello, Aquasha. I hope I said that right. Thanks for joining me. Where are you watching from, friend? I made him a beer mug, a Dollar Tree beer mug, and I etched it. And then I also got a couple of Dollar Tree wine glasses, and I etched them with some Halloween sayings for my daughter to send to her for her Halloween party. So you can use our transfers with etching cream, chalk, paste, or ink. So tonight we're doing ink, but I've done this same project, the same transfer using chalk paste, and I actually did it on a mirror. It looks so pretty on a mirror. That's all you have to do. I'm just putting the extra off of there. I'm checking my fingers to make sure I have no ink on them. Voila. And it's done. And then we just peel and reveal. Watch. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Now I have created my own one-of-a-kind, customized by me bag. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I am going to spray some water on that transfer because it's ink. If it dries in the silk screen, then I'm not going to be able to reuse the transfer. And I definitely want to be able to reuse it because I just love that stain. So I'm just spraying some water on it until I can take it to the sink and clean it. Now, I'm also going to take my little baby dryer. Have you guys seen my little baby dryer? I brag on it every time. This was the best $2 or $3 I spent at found it at a thrift store. Works perfectly. Look, you can fold it up and take it with you. I may even put some of my projects in I'm taking next week because we're going to be at the new house next week and we have to get some floors done in there and we have to be there. So I'm going to try to go, I'm going to show you guys the new craft room, the before and the after. Well, the after is going to take a little while, but the before and then the progress. And I want to try to also come live and do a couple projects, but I'm going to try to bring things that are super easy that I can just do at the kitchen counter or the kitchen table because, you know, we have that there already. So I'll probably bring this little guy in my little bag. I may even use this bag. We'll see. I have so many bags. I am a bag lady. Do you guys like tote bags? Are you like me? I have so many bags. So many bags. Isn't that pretty, Tabitha? But you know what? You can always use a new one. There might be something old that I have to donate or get rid of. You know? I don't mind doing that. Especially if I can either donate it or to somebody who I think can really use it. Like, you guys, I have plants out back. And I'm taking some of my plants with me. But, you know, even the pots that they're in, it's like, I can't see that. And I don't have as much area yet to be able to put out a lot of plants out back. I have a big patio we built 2 years ago that we built out back. So I have lots of plants out there. Well, there's a gal in the neighborhood that really loves plants. And I've given her some shoots off of my banana tree in the past. And I've let her come over and take pictures with her son, with my peach tree, and just different things like that. She's a real sweet little gal in the neighborhood. A young mom. You know, her and her husband, they always seem like they're giving somebody something in the neighborhood too, even though they're just starting out themselves. And so I'm like, hey, do you want some of my plants? Because I know she loves plants. And she's like, yes, I would love them. So I'm giving her those. And then like hubby's grill, it doesn't look great, but it still works great and he loves it. But he's like, you know what, I just don't feel like hauling it over there. Let's just start fresh. So I sent her that. I'm like, hey, would hubby like this grill? So, you know, I like to be able to give things to people. But then sometimes I just sell it. I just sell it for real cheap. I have a lot of decor that I'm not taking. I'm just selling it dirt cheap. I have some furniture that I'm not taking. I'm just trying to, you know, make a tiny bit of money on it that will help me. I just feel like if the Lord has blessed us, that if I can bless somebody else, that makes me happy. I give the clothes away, things like that. I mean, you know, I think that's what I'm talking about when I say, you know, be a light. Shine your light. If you're blessed, bless others. I think that's what he does. He gives us abundance so we can share it. We can't take it with us, that's for sure, right? All right, guys, that's probably dry enough. I just don't want to smear it because, you know, the ink is wet. It's got to dry fully for me to heat set it, and then it'll be permanent. I can wash it if I need to. If it gets water on it, it's going to be fine. It feels dry. It feels dry. I just wanted it dry enough so that when I go to flip it over, I don't smear it. So let's hope that I'm correct. All right, so on this side, we're gonna play a little bit. Let me get my W. Do you guys think I should do the W straight up and down, or should I tilt it? What do y'all think? I've never used this yet. I really wish, and I might play with this a little bit, y'all. We may customize it even more. I've never used this one yet. And you guys, I gotta finish my daughter's stuff. I promised her I would get it in the mail by Friday or Saturday. Goodness sake. And I'm trying to come on here early tomorrow morning, y'all. Wish me luck. I don't usually get on here that early. It's at 10:30. So what do you guys think? Straight up and down with the W or sideways? What do y'all think? Straight or tilted? Come on, gals. I need your help. Tell me. All right. Come on. I've only used this Inspire once and the Imagine once, I think. And then let's see. I think I could. So here's what I could do. I could tilt the W and do the words straight, or I could do the W straight and tilt the words. What do y'all think? Come on, tell me. Help me figure it out. Help me, help me. And this is the teal we're going to use. What do you gals think? Oh, goodness. That's the teal. Guys, I am getting low. I need to reorder that. It's one of my favorites. As you can see, I use the teal a lot. And there's my little dragonfly. Ooh, I could put a dragonfly on here too. The dragonfly is my symbol for my business. I could put a dragonfly on here too, y'all. Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for joining me. So what do you guys think? The word straight and the W tilted, or the W straight and the words tilted? Tell me, what do you think? Now, you guys, I cannot see comments from Take 5. So if you're watching me from Take 5, thank you so much for joining me. I love having y'all here. But I will have to go back and answer it after the live. So what do you guys think? W straight or tilted? And that'll determine what I do with the other two. I guess, does it make sense to have it straight and then do the words? It might look weird if I have the W tilted with that other thing already being like up and down, like straight. What do y'all think? Would that be weird? And I'm going to try to use the middle of this to help me with the middle of my W. Oh, my W is like off centered. Let me see. I think we'll do the W straight and the words sideways. If you are interested in this tote bag, all you have to do is comment tote. If you're interested in seeing some of the transfers that I have available in my shop, or ink or chalk paste or anything like that, then you can I think we're gonna have to do it like this. Then that link is actually in the comments, and I have pinned it on my page. But it's in the comments, and I'm happy to help you guys if you need help finding some. This one is not sticking quite as well, so I'm going to need to be careful when I go to put it. Let's see, imagine and inspire. Should I put it inwards or outwards? Is this too much for you guys? Do you think that this was too many different fonts and too much going on? It's never too much for me. I'm just curious. I'm curious about you guys. What would you say? It's never too much for me. More is better. More is better, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to need to be careful. Okay, I need another squeegee for those words because I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use my teal on the middle, or actually I need the new squeegee, the different squeegee for here, not those words. All right, we're going to do the W in because I love teal. I do like pink as well. Hubby's trying to get me to buy a pink Jeep. I'm going to trade in my SUV mom van, not my van, but my mom SUV, because I don't need it anymore, and get something fun that I've wanted since I was a teenager. And we're going to try to find a used Jeep. And he's like, you should get it wrapped in pink. I'm like, I don't know if I want pink. Oh my gosh, I would love to get it wrapped in like teal. Oh my gosh, that would make my heart happy. I could get some accents in teal. Do you know you can do that now? They make the vinyl big enough like to put on your whole car, not just like little stickers. Did you guys know you can even use these transfers to chalk on your windows of your car? And it will stay on. You don't have to ink it. You can ink it if you wanted, and it would be heat set forever, I guess. But you can just chalk it, and it'll dry, and it will actually hold up. Did you ever know you could do that? Isn't that fun? I think that's awesome. We even had at one point, we had like Little Stick Family, and we did that. All right, I feel like this canvas is really sucking up my teal, so I keep grabbing it, trying to make sure it shows up really nice. I can even do like more than one layer of it, like let it soak in a little bit. I've already got it on my hand, so I got to be careful when I go to touch my canvas. I don't know if they put anything on the canvas to like, you know, like Scotch guard it or anything. Hopefully not. It seemed like the other side it went on really well, so I'm just trying to do a couple coats to make sure it's nice and colorful and vibrant. And I've got it all on my hands. And then you can just pull off any extra. Put it right back in your jar. And as I mentioned, I got it on my hand, so you've got to make sure that you wipe your fingers before you pick up your transfer, because anywhere I touch could get that on there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up so you can see. I'm going to pull it back slowly in case I miss anything. What do you think? Isn't it pretty? See, now I got 2 colors on there. Just spraying my transfer with some regular tap water. Now I might decide to change. I'm going to flip it around. Okay, first of all, wait a minute. This is what I wanted to do. I said, let's play with it a little bit. This is a little bit too boxy and square for me. So I'm thinking, friends, that we could take one of my little artist tool set and some of this ink and maybe, let me think how I want to do it. We could, I usually do very curvy when I write. Hey, Renee, thanks for joining me today. I do curvy when I write. So I'm thinking maybe I can add a little bit more character to my W and make it not quite so boxy. Tell me if you guys would do these things that I'm doing, or is it too risky for you? I just want it not quite so linear. Just gonna add a little more ink. So this is working with ink today, just to make it a little more my style. And you could use any kind of tool. This just happens to be like it's like a foam kind of tool that comes in my little artist toolkit on my website. If you have questions about any of the products I'm using or techniques, please feel free to ask in comments or send me a message. That's what I'm here for, you guys. I'd love to help you. I just want to inspire you and encourage you to try something fun. And the Take 5 group that I was mentioning to you guys that I am a part of and presenter in, we do a Friday Friends, and this week we're going to start in the morning. Last week we did afternoon. This week we're going to start in the morning, and I think I'm on at noon on Friday, Eastern time. And we are just trying to encourage you to take 5 for yourself. Take 5 at least, you know, for your creativity or for your mental health or for some craft therapy, whatever it is that relaxes you and brings you joy. That's what we want you guys to take some time for. And we've been trying to promote, you know, breast cancer awareness. Now, do you see how that's changed it already just by adding a couple little things on there? It's not quite as boxy. Let's see what I can do down here. The same way. Just doing like a little half moon. And then I'm blending my ink into where I already inked. And guys, this is handmade. I want it to look custom, that I did it. I don't want it to look like I got it at a store. I want it to look artistic. And that's what handmade is. But we're trying to promote, you know, breast cancer awareness this month as well. So that's kind of why I'm doing this, as well as the fact it's near and dear to my heart with my mom. My mom is no longer with us, but she did not die because of the breast cancer. She did beat that. Thank the Lord. We had her at least another 10 years, I think, after that. So that was quite the blessing. But I will tell you that the treatment is probably what did her in. It just was really hard on her body. It was worth it to save her and give her additional time with all of us. I have 5 brothers and sisters, so you can imagine. We have a big family. Lots of grandkids. At the time, there was 1 great-grandchild, my grandson. And she was able to have a quality of life, a great quality of life, after she recovered from cancer and the cancer treatment. Look at that. We changed it. Hooray. I like it better. I like it better now. Hooray. All right, put that up. Now, I need to look at this for a second. You guys see what we got so far? We got this, and we got this. We've already added to it. Isn't that great? I could even do, I'll probably look, you guys. I need to look. I have minis, and I have other transfers that will have, like, you know, much smaller, and I might put a few things on here in teal, just to add some teal on this side, too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to look through my stash and see what I have. But I want to look at this real quick and see whether I want my words to... how I want my words to be. Gotta imagine and inspire. I can move them closer now. Imagine and inspire. I feel like they need to go in towards each other. And I need to be careful not to touch that because it is wet. And press this down really well to make sure this is like folded in. Let's see if I can pull it out some. I can do that while I got it down here. Might have to move it up a little. I'm not getting the best. I don't know what that's all about. Nobody should be coming home. Oh, my son already left. Go work out. All right, I'm going to take a cleaning wipe real quick on this, guys. It's not sticking as well as I'd like it to. And sometimes if you take a cleaning wipe, I don't know if they've coated this at all, but sometimes if you take a cleaning wipe, I haven't used this transfer in a long time. Sometimes if you take a cleaning wipe, unless my dog just hears me up here and he forgot I was up here and thought everybody was gone. He was sleeping downstairs when I came up. He might have thought. Sometimes if you'll do that with a cleaning wipe only on the back of the transfers, or on any of the transfers, because it's sticky. I'm just trying to see if I can make it a little more sticky. But only a cleaning wipe on the transfers, because otherwise you'll ruin it. Baby wipes have, even if they say they don't, they have some kind of alcohol in it, and it can make it so, Unless my husband came home. Well, he might have come home. Thought he wasn't supposed to be home tonight. Maybe he did. Maybe that was him. He wasn't supposed to. He must have changed his mind or changed his plan. That sounded like him. I'm just drying them real quick because you want them to be dry. Hey, Dawn, thanks for joining me tonight. I love it when I have my friends. Y'all, when you jump on, let me know where you're watching from. Renee, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. Are you in Florida or are you in up north? One of the gals from my auction this weekend was from up north, and one was from Florida, and I can't remember. Jen? I'm doing a live. Is that you? I'm on a live right now.
Okay. Have you eaten dinner?
Mm-hmm. It's down in the crock pot. I didn't think you were coming home.
I wasn't, but I decided to.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the crock pot. Colby's eating too. He left to go work out. How about that? Sorry, guys. Real life. Hashtag life. Right? Hashtag life. It's a good thing I fixed supper tonight. A lot of times when he's not around, I don't fix much. Dom, where are you watching from? I'd love to know. I am. Oh, did I tell you all that? I'm in North Carolina. Right now, we live about 15 miles outside of Raleigh. We're getting ready to move. 10 minutes. Not even 10 miles. 10 minutes from the beach. So this girl is super happy. All right, so let's go. Let's do it. So I'm going to bring out my current jam again. And I'm going to try to be careful since I don't feel like this is sticking as well as I want it to. I'm going to just hold on to my transfer. Usually you don't have to because they're sticky, which is super nice. That's what I love about them. I don't have to worry about them sliding around. But since, yeah, I tried to plan ahead since I knew I'd be doing a live at around dinner time tonight. And I feel like we've eaten out a lot, and my son was going to be here. He worked this morning, and I knew he was going to be here around supper time. I thought, I'm going to throw something in the crock pot. I haven't done that in a while. I love to be able to cook in the crock pot. It saves so much time. Oh, is that too close? I need to look at that. I don't feel like I like how it's placed, but I don't think it's going to look right. I guess I could do it this way, y'all. Couldn't I do it this way? I could do it that way, couldn't I? Let's just do it. Just do it. Just do it. So I'm glad I did that. I didn't know he was going to be here. I've gotten so lazy. I've just cooked for so long, for so many. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am going to have that all over my hand. That I just have gotten lazy now that it's just either 2 or 3 of us. If hubby's traveling, it's just 2 of us eating. I just take the easy way out. Something easy and fast. Or with the 3 of us, a lot of times we've been on the go a lot so much lately that we've eaten, gotten takeout, brought stuff home. Gotten lazy. I'm not one of those people who likes to be in the kitchen. I cook because I have to, not because I like to. I don't mind baking. I like baking. But I'm not the kind of person that likes to cook. It's more of a necessary evil to me. So. And luckily, hubby likes to cook. He doesn't mind cooking. I don't know if he likes, yeah, he does, probably. He doesn't mind cooking. And on the weekends, I don't feel bad about him taking over cooking duties because he's here. He goes and golfs in the morning and he doesn't really have his work. He gets to leave it on behind most of the time. So, whereas mine runs 6 or 7 days a week. Asheville! Oh, yay! You grew up in Cary. Hey, great. My daughter lives in, well, Cherokee now, but she used to live in Cullowhee. So you know exactly where. I miss it. We were hoping to get over there and see her. I was just looking on my memories, and this time last year we were in the Asheville area and in the mountains. I was in the mountains in August helping her move to her new place in Cherokee. We love Asheville. We love it. I love it every time I get to go and visit. But yeah, my daughter loves it in the mountains. And yes, we love Cary too. I was just in Cary Friday. I get over there as often as I can. I'm going to miss that. I am going to miss it. I'm not going to miss the hustle bustle. I'm not going to miss that. I will tell you, we are ready for a slower pace of life because it is so crazy around here outside of Raleigh now. Everywhere outside of Raleigh. But having access to so many different things and multiple Targets, multiple Hobby Lobbies, multiple of whatever store you think you need within a 30-mile radius is fabulous. Hello, Miss B. Thank you for joining me. Look, guys, I got it on me again, so I got to wipe it off before I go to pull these transfers off. You don't have to work as fast when you're working with the ink, just because, you know, it already seeps through the transfer and goes into the material if you use a material or if you're using a glass. Like I make my own coffee mugs all the time. It'll go ahead and kind of get onto that surface. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I got to hurry up before it dries, so that you're not worried about it drying in the silk screen. You still want to get it off there fairly quickly, and you want to wash your transfers as soon as you can, because if the ink dries in there, look how the ink is sitting in there right now. If that dries in there, you might not be able to use it again. But you don't have to like rush when you're doing your actual project. It's not a big deal. All right, so what I'm doing, because I can't get to the sink right now, is I'm just putting them over here on this little like dish drying mat you can get at Dollar Tree, and I'm spraying it with water until I can get them into the sink and clean them. So yes, I'm good. All right, so here's the one side, right? Look, isn't that cool, you guys? We just customized it. Now, I wish I had that bubblegum pink in ink, but I don't. And I just didn't feel like my coral would have been the right color. I know it probably looks like it is the right color on here, but I don't feel like it is. So that's why we didn't do that. So there you go. So there's our ink project. I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Actually, you know what? Let's hit it with the dryer just a little bit, and then we're going to move on and try out our new tassel. Our new tassel tool. And you guys, I have not used it myself yet, but I've watched the videos. I think I know what I'm doing. It looks like it's easier than any other way I've ever made tassels. I'm sure you guys are like me if you're crafters. You've made tassels, you cut you out a piece of cardboard and you wrapped your twine around it, or your yarn or ribbon or fabric or whatever you're making, and you know, made it from there. This tool is supposed to make it so much easier. So I'm just trying to hit it real quick with the dryer just in case I nudge it when I go to put my little tassel on. Just in case I don't want to smear my ink. Now, what I would do at this point, it's ink. So I'm going to make it permanent so that if it gets wet, if I needed to spot wash it, obviously I don't think I'm going to throw this whole thing in the washer, but if I needed to spot clean it, that I don't have to worry about any of this coming off because it's going to be permanent. So I would dry it either with the dryer or let it dry 24 hours at least. That's what I usually do. At least 24 hours, usually longer. And then I will heat set it. You can heat set it with an iron, or you can use a heat press. And then it's permanent. And you can, if you were doing a shirt like I have on right here, you can throw it in the washer. No special care needed. You don't even have to turn it inside out. So that's the cool thing about ink. Now where I built it up a little bit here, it's a little thicker. I can see it's kind of shiny. That means it's still damp. Whereas these look like they're pretty much dry. And it doesn't look like it went through, so that's good. It has a nice little liner in here too, but I'm just trying to make sure, since we zhuzhed up our W a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take my little, that was just my little protector thing. But as you can see, it doesn't look like it did anything on the inside. So there's my one side, strong as a new pretty. That's one of my transfers. That's 3 different transfers there. Isn't that going to look adorable? Okay, so let me set it aside for a second. I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to set it aside, move my ink out of the way, and we are going to try out this tassel tool because it's supposed to be the bomb. So this is how it comes. If you are interested in this, all you have to do is comment tassel, and I will be glad to send you a link for it. It is super affordable, and make sure I can see all my comments, you guys. Super affordable, and it's got, let's see, 3.5, 4. Looks like it has like, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 different levels, maybe even 5, I guess, if you did that. I don't know. Would you do a 7? I don't know. But it's, I guess that's inches. That's inches. Now I'm going to throw my plastic away, but I am going to keep this. You keep this as crafters. You can use this. This can be a sign. It could be anything your mind can imagine. You did order yours. Yay. Yay, Linda. Okay, so this is supposed to make life so easy. So it feels like it's one of our like chalkable shape like material. And that's our signature color. Isn't that gorgeous? So look what we got. So we have 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches that you can make your tassel. And this is going to make life so much easier. So this is our tie. It's showing you your tie here. And then this is where you wrap. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You tie it here, you wrap it here. Okay. So I don't know. I'm thinking, let's just kind of get an idea, y'all. It's going to hang from probably the other side here. I'm thinking, 5 or 6 inches, you guys. What do you think? So here's like where it's going to come from. Here's 5 inches down, and here's 6 inches down. What do you guys think? 5 or 6 inches? Which one do you guys think I should do? How big of a tassel? And then here's my yarn. This was a brand new skein. I don't remember. I must have bought it for something. I think I made my mom a pink scarf for breast cancer. It's the Bernay satin. It's not the thickest. I prefer thicker yarn for a tassel, but it'll be fine for today. This is what I had that was pink. But what do you guys think? 5 or 6 inches down? I think 7 might be a little too long. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? 6? Excuse me. Okay. So from what I can understand, it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. So you're going to take a piece of your, okay, let me think. First of all, you're going to take a piece of your yarn and you're going to, I'm going to make it a little longer than I need to. And I'm going to just kind of cut it from there. Let me think. And just cut that and set it aside. That's going to be, no, that's what I'm going to use for my tie. It's telling you, you can just measure from here to here. I'm cutting it a little bit longer because my tie, because this is kind of, I don't want it to fray, and I'll probably do something to the ends to make it fray, not fray. So it's telling you like measure from here to here for your tie. I'll probably cut that off when we're getting ready to get done. And then you set that down. Now you're also going to want to cut a piece that you would use to loop it, like for the top part. No, that's to tie it around. That's the piece to tie around the middle. This is going to be the piece. Yes, that's going to be the piece. We're going to set that aside. Sorry guys, I told you I haven't done this before. I'm thinking through it. So this, you just cut your little piece, set it aside. That's going to be your tie. We'll see that at the end. Now you also need a piece that's going to be like what you're going to use to tie it on to wherever you're going to hang it from, like here. Okay. So maybe if I'm doing that, maybe I only need the 5 inches. Let's try the 5 inches, you guys. I can always trim it at the end if I don't like it, but let's do the 5 inches. So however much you want to be able to tie this, you know, cut you a piece off for that. And I'm just going to kind of do it maybe that length. Doesn't matter. I can always trim it. I can always trim it. So set this one is going to be here, right? Yes, that one's going to go there. Okay. This is like math. It's like math. My brain is like, what? What do we need to do? I should have practiced it once, but you know what? Y'all, we're friends, right? Okay, so we're going to set this here. We're going to loosen up our yarn here and grab a piece. Okay, and I'm gonna do it 5 inches. So I'm gonna slide it through here. I might have to look at myself while I'm doing it. Look at it myself while I'm doing it. This is gonna be here, just kind of out of the way. This is gonna be here just to start the 5. I just put it through there, okay? And now I'm just gonna wrap, you guys. Let's see. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Do I wrap it here? Let me see something. Y'all, I'm talking to myself. Okay, you go all the way around it. Okay, guys. Because the tie is going to be in the middle here, kind of out of your way. And you're not going to go through that middle part. All right, let me flip it around. See if I can shape it. So our tie is here. It's right here. It's got to be kind of here. Okay? And then I started my yarn down here. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Because that's not part of your measurement. This is part of your measurement. The top part, going over the top. This is supposed to make it easier, y'all. Okay? I promise. It's just hard me showing you guys. I'm going to leave that there like this. Get over there out of the way. And I'm going to set my 5 right down to 5. It doesn't have to be exact. You're going to trim it. You're going to clean it up at the end, but close to 5, okay? And I'm going to hold it here kind of like a cross. How about that? We'll do that. And then, get over out of the way. Let's put that there. Tuck it. And now we're just going to wrap. And you do it however much you want your tassel to be, however thick And obviously, because this is pretty thin yarn, I'm going to wrap it quite a few times because I want my tassel to be pretty, you know, fat. Or plump. How about I say that? Plump. So let's just keep wrapping as much as you want, as little as you want. That's completely up to you. Guys, you could even do this with like really nice like velvet for Christmas. You could do it for like even your why do I have a little bump? What's that bump? Oh, it's that. Okay. Like for like, you know, your draperies or something. Like get like silky kind of cord. You could even do that, you guys. Hey, Renee, thanks for joining me. All my friends are on here tonight. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me. It's so much more fun to craft with friends. Anyway, what do you guys think? You understand what I'm doing? Did I completely confuse you? So you have a little piece here that you tie for your tie. You can cut it as long as you want. It's telling you a little guide here, but I'm gonna I did it a little longer in case I need to trim it. I don't know how long I want it. Okay. And then we're just wrapping around the 5-inch mark from the top to where it's marked. So from here to here is 3.5 inches. From here to here is 4, here to here is 5, here to here is 6. You can do it all the way up to 7 on this little device. And it just makes it easier. You just keep wrapping to your heart's content. And when you decide that your tassel is the way you want it, you stop. That looks good. And you cut it off. Now, I know that my string is a little longer. Okay, now I've cut it off. And now what I'm going to do is put my tie back here. That is what I'm going to use at the top, right? That's what I'm using at the top. So remember that little piece I set aside that I've now lost? Oh, here it is. The piece that I set aside from earlier, a little bit smaller piece. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to stick it through here, the front, around the back, like this. You guys see? And I am going to tie it in a knot. And I'm probably going to move it around. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I can have. I'm going to tie it in a knot and tie it in a double knot. Because that's going to make my little, you know, little poof at the top. And you guys, did you see the video on my page from earlier? It was cute little ghost. You can even do it with ghost. Like you can get that that rope or the rope. It's rope from the Dollar Tree, or you could get macrame, you know, like that kind of, and make little ghosts. Or you could just do it from yarn. You could make your own little ghost garland. So I just tied a double knot behind it like that, or in front of it right now. It's in front of it, and then it's up to you. You can either trim it or make it go down into your. I'm going to trim it because it's kind of frayed. I don't like that. I don't know if you can make it. We'll see what happens when I get done. Whether that little guy, you could cut it all the way up to the knot, I suppose. As long as you've made a double knot, you shouldn't worry about it. I don't think you need more than a double knot. I think that'll be plenty strong. Okay, so I just tied a double knot there. And now I have this one string here, right? Hanging up here. This one's going to go up to the top. So I just pulled this, the one that was hanging there when I started wrapping. I pulled it up here to the top because this is what's going to hold it and make it a tassel. And then what you're going to do is, I'm just going to have this kind of out of the way. What you're going to do is you're going to slide this off. Okay? Slide it off of your tassel tool. Your tassel tool. I love this. Okay. And now we have our little, you know, that's our loop there. And now we're going to take our scissors. Might need my other scissors, but, and you're just going to cut the bottom. I'm pulling it taut. Try to make it, you know, the same length, hopefully. I'll be able to tell. But you can always trim it like a haircut, right? Did I get them all? You guys! You guys. Look at this. And now I have this piece that I can use. I think I'm going to put it on the other side. I am still worried that that's wet. It is damp. So I'm going to try to be careful. I think I'm going to put it on this side. And then you tie it onto whatever you're going to tie it on. And I would say, you know, do that kind of knot. What is that knot called? When you hold them together and you loop it through. I would definitely do that kind of knot for this. And if you wanted, you could even like put a little bit of, if you're worried about it. You guys! Look at that. And then, you know, if you don't like, if it needs a little haircut, just give it a little haircut. That's probably the one that I tassel started with or ended with. Like that or not like that. Might have to do another knot. Would you tie it first, y'all? Would you tie it there first? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can untie it because I just had a thought. Would you tie it on the top first or would you let it be loose? What do y'all think? Like, should I tie it tight here? That might make it look better, don't you think? Don't you think? Let me see if I can untie it. If not, I'll just cut it and it'll have to be shorter. You could even use a different material. Like if you wanted this to be pink, but you wanted this to be something different, you could use a little piece of leather strap. You know, you can get the faux leather cords like you would make a necklace out of. You could even do that for the top part. I might even look for one of those. I could probably feed it through here now that it's done, and I could still probably feed it through, even though I didn't use it for the original project. But I'm thinking we need to tie this first. Don't you guys think that would look better if I tie that in a knot first? Or I tie it in a knot? How about we'll do a double knot? Or do I do a slip knot? I don't know. Is that called a slip knot? What is that called, y'all? I can't remember. But look how cute. And how easy was that, y'all? Did you see? I mean, it took longer because I had to do it the first time and I had to think about it and I had to explain it to you guys. But yeah, doesn't that look better? Looks more like a tassel now, right? Kind of looks, all I can see is a ghost now because I saw that video earlier of a ghost. But you could use a little piece of faux leather strip through here too to match your leather. You could add on a little charm if you had a fun charm. I do probably have an S charm somewhere around here. I guarantee you I have an S charm around here somewhere that I could add onto this. But this tassel tool makes it so easy, you guys. That guy, like that. Now I'm going to be making tassels all the time because it was so easy. Before I felt like I had to think it through too much. Why is it? Just some little tool like that. Anyway, there you go. So now I have my little customized bag. And that is a nice tote, y'all. That is a nice quality tote. Okay, guys, that's my project for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I inspired you or I just entertained you. But thank you all so much for joining me. Let me share my idea with you and come into your world for just a little while. I hope that you guys will come back again next time. I am planning on being... All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Until I see you next time, please be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye, guys.